I give you a round of applause. Whatever you did, you just got a round of applause. Okay, Marcie McKinney. Everybody, well, where I'm from, everybody knows Marcie McKinney. She's been coming to me lately. She wanted me to tell her story. She wanted me to reveal what happened to her, what, how it affected her. I know Marcie. I was friends with her daughter. She didn't know why she didn't realize why she liked me so much. At first, she didn't like me. I'm gonna tell y'all why in the story. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Please, I want everyone, if you can, when you watch this video, share this story on your social media. I'm going to say allegedly, because you know how people are, but this is the truth. Marcie McKinney grew up. She was a rape baby. Allegedly she was a rape baby, but I'm just gonna say allegedly. Her mother didn't show her any love. Growing up, she always used to compare Marcie to her sister Kim. Kim was always treated better because her mother Cecilia was married to Kim's dad and stuff like that. And of course, Marcie being a rape baby, she was not treated right. She wasn't properly loved, showed emotion and cared for years and years and years. And as she grew older, she, that affects people. When your mother don't love you, and back then in the day, they didn't have abortions. They wasn't giving their kids up and stuff like that. She was just stuck with the child, Miss Marcie McKinney. So that's how Miss Marcie was born. She was a rape baby. Her mother treated her bad and made her suffer. Yes, her mother's still alive, but God got the last say so. And trust me, sometimes people stay here on hell, which is earth. Well, earth isn't hell. Let me clarify that. But people, they're going to end up dying. Long story short, when Marcie was a high roller, getting money, making money, blew up, had money, she got plaques. She was in a newspaper for giving back to the community, for helping the community. Her mother was around her then. Her mother wanted that money. Everybody wanted to be around her. And when her life took a turn, everybody was talking about her, bringing her more down. Long story short, Miss Marcie don't want a lot of you that's going through stuff. She don't want you. She wants you to heal. Yes, you're going to grieve. Yes, you're going to feel sorrow. You're going to feel pain and neglect. But when you hear her story, you'll understand that God, just know for some of you guys, He gives the strongest battles to the people who can get through them. He have people here to guide and to love you. Long story short, Marcie's mother never really did for her or her kids. And if she did do something, one of Miss Marcie's kids, Javon, stayed with his grandmother, but other than that, she really did not do for the family. She used to sit here and wait on Marcie to die, so she kept paying life insurance policy for a lot of you guys. It's a lot of stuff, but she was speaking death on Miss Marcie for years and years and years, and you wouldn't be able to tell that this woman's life is wild because she go to church. Church people do this because they don't do what they're actually supposed to do. They don't actually worship God and treat people fair and treat people with an open heart. Her mother still had a grudge over her because she was raped, she was neglected, she was, and she had to birth that child. Long story short, when Miss Marcie's life took a downhill, when she was divorced, when she got broke, and people was coming around and tearing her down each and every way. They was bringing her to drugs. They was leading her down the wrong path. And eventually she got with a man that didn't even really love her. And she settled for that because she lost her self-love. She never knew what real love was, to where she kept trying to find it. But she also ended up getting divorced due to her, I about to say, demasculine. Basically, yeah, she took the masculine away from her husband. She made him feel a certain type of way that she felt growing up, and eventually that left. That person left her. She lost her mind, she lost her heart, she lost the little piece that she did have, and she suffered with depression and anxiety, and basically she ended up on drugs, she ended up drinking, she ended up stealing, she ended up going down the wrong path. All if she would have had positive influence people around her. She wished she would have had someone say, no, we're not giving you no drugs. No, you can't take these drugs that we take. No, let's talk about it. She wished that she had a lot of resources. She wished she would listen to her mind instead of others. She wished that she would have sat here and did right. She wished that she would have went and worked on herself. She wished that she could have fought the fight. She wished that she would never turn to drugs, hard drugs that affected her health. This message she wanted to get out because she's tired of seeing people going down the same path. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself. Yes, we are victims, but we have to turn to God. She wants you to turn to God. She wants you to pray to God and worship God, because yes, things are hard, but you got to remember, a lot of things happened to Jesus, aka Lord Yahshua. It happened to him, and we are only getting a small dose of it. And she wants you to realize you can love yourself, you can love again, you can heal yourself. You might not know what love was growing up because of the hurt and of the pain, but she wants y'all to realize, turn to God and look for answers. Don't turn to men. Don't look to people. People will lead you down the wrong path because they are jealous and insecure about themselves. People will be jealous of you and sit here and bring you down and down and down and down. And then when you ain't got nothing, they talk and dog you out, because when you had something, they was around. Miss Marcie, one of her friends, ended up messing with her daughter, which her friend was a female, ended up messing with her daughter. She didn't find out until her daughter was like 15, 16. So the whole time she's bringing her friend around in her house and letting her friend spend the night, her friend was messing with her daughter. She wished things could have changed. She wished that she would have did better with her kids and set an example. She feels defeated. She feels hurt. She felt lost. But she knows what she needs to do. She wanted me to get this message out. She want people, let go of certain people. Let go of friends and family that talks about you and only want to be around you when you up. Let go of people who mistreat you, misabuse you. Let go of people who's around heroin, meth, pills, weed. Anything that's going to make you sit here and want to try those drugs, get from around them. Anyone who offer you that, get from around them. That's not good. That's not healthy for your mental state, your emotion states. Praise and worship God. I know it's so hard because we all go through different things. That's why it's never good to judge somebody. This woman was betrayed by friends and family from the moment she was born on this earth. And all the good that she did, she gave back to the community. She used to donate, do charity. Her kids will tell you she did a lot of great things, but people only see the bad in her. But as long as her kids keep those good memories alive, please turn y'all life around. Javon, Tajane, and Big Baby Charles. Because she see everything. Your mother see everything that you're doing. She wants y'all to stop. She know what she has done has affected you guys. She know that it's her fault. But the thing is she wants you to please learn from her examples and grow. She wished that she would have grew. She wished that she would have left from around her family and moved to another state. She wished that she would have sat here and would not let it affect her. She wished she would never went down that road. She wished she would never brought certain friends or certain people who was supposed to be her friends around her children. She wished it was a lot of people that stole from her, that took People seen this woman was down and out. They seen her falling down and was dragging her down to hell and taking from her at the same time. And when she ain't had nothing, they was talking about her. Everybody wanted to be around her because she had something. She wished she knew what self-love was and self-respect was and self-worth was. She want everyone to learn to respect themselves, learn to value themselves, learn to care for themselves and to treat themselves. And if anything go drain you of that, leave it behind. Even your parents, even your grandparents, your brothers and your sisters. Oh, well, that's my sister, that's my brother. It don't matter. And a lot of these people go feel you leaving them behind. They know that you're leaving them behind because they treated you wrong. It's time for you to leave them behind. They're not meant to be with you. The more you try to sit here and keep people with you and take people with you, they're going to take from you mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Stop being around people that's draining you. Stop being around people who told lies on you. Stop feeding into the drama and the mess. This woman was a rape victim. I'm sorry, not a rape victim. She was a rape baby. And she was born that way. Y'all just don't know. And as a woman, I can't sit here and say her mother was wrong for a lot of stuff. Because we all know if you have to sit here and raise a child and you was raped and that's how that child was conceived, that's actually hard to do. But it was many things that she could have did was gave that child to a family member. She could have gave her up for adoption. She could have did many things. But God don't sleep. Yeah, this woman go to church, she do all this and that, but God don't sleep. It don't matter what, I don't care. Oh, well, she go to church, she does this. I don't care. A lot of them people go to church and they don't read that Bible correctly, because if they do, they wouldn't be getting dressed, so they wouldn't wear these fancy $100 hats and clothes to church when you ain't supposed to be wearing it. Your story is supposed to be identified to your clothing. It's supposed to match. That's why a lot of people don't go to church, because the people in church be looking down on people from coming in jeans and a shirt. That's what they post. They can come in it, baby. Because church was really supposed to be at a house, but a church building got bigger because so many people used to gather in people's homes. Baby, let me tell you something. Since the ones that's in church looking down, oh, her mother do this, her mother do this in church. It don't matter what people do in church. I bet you won't go to their house and see the real them. I bet you'll be spooked and shook that your church member act like that. Miss Marcie wants people to know her story. She was a rape baby. She was in love. She was neglected for years. That took a toll on her. I don't care if she was 42, 72, and it's still affecting her. Mistreating someone because they are a rape baby and doing it for years intentionally and only taking care of children and only giving one child love and putting the other one down for one money, that takes effect on you. A lot of these mothers knows that and they don't care. We don't know the reason why Miss Marcie's mom was raped, but what we do know is that she didn't show a lot of love to Marcie. She hurted her allegedly. Let's say allegedly, even though and for people saying, how you know this, if she's a spirit who came to you? I knew this woman. I met this woman when I was 17, and that's what I'm about to tell y'all. I was at her daughter's house. I just, this was probably 2 weeks before my birthday, y'all. 2-3 weeks before my 18th birthday. Yeah, I started smoking weed. I high as fuck. I ain't lying. Man, this is my first time. Man, I went outside, stood up in the chair and said the wind was blowing. You know I was high. I ain't never met y'all. This is it was Granddaddy Kush, to be exact. To be exact, it was Granddaddy Kush. No. I think it was Granddaddy Kush or Purple Kush. But I think it was Granddaddy Kush. Because it's two different types. It looked like it looked kind of purple, but it's not really purple. It's like a bluish wish, and they call it Granddaddy Kush. Yeah, I was so high. I went outside and said the wind was blowing. That's my first time being high, and I had the munchies. That night, I ended up taking her daughter ended up giving me a piece, a very, 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 very small piece of a Xan pill. I have never took pills before. Like I told y'all, that was my first time smoking weed, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. And her daughter gave it to me. Oh, it's just gonna make you feel good. Man, first of all, they didn't know I was spiritually gifted. Man, that pill knocked me out so motherfucking bad. While I sleep, I can hear, I can feel everything while I'm asleep. I'm asleep, so I can hear everybody in the house talking. I'm in the living room on the couch. Miss Marcie's in her bedroom. Tajanae's in her room. They talking. Finally, I get up off the couch. Remind you, I'm spiritually gifted, so I sleepwalk and sleep talk. I literally got up, and to remind you, I can hear while I'm asleep, so I got up, looked. I cut the light on in the room, cut the light off, looked dead at Tajanae and Drika. Looked dead at both of them. Looked dead at them. Walked out the room, go to Miss Marcie's room. Miss Marcie, what tired? Yeah, that was the wrong fucking thing to do. That was the wrong thing to do. When I tell y'all that was the wrong thing to do, man, that woman started, Ty, where the fuck you at? Like, y'all, she was cussing her ass out. She said, why is this girl in my room asking me where you at? Y'all, I looked dead at that woman in her face. Kept looking at her. I went back to the couch and I went to sleep. And Ty woke me up. She said, Bree, you just came in the room and looked me dead in my face. I said, I know. I heard your voice while I was asleep. I heard y'all talk. I could hear y'all all the way up in here. She said, you can hear? I said, bitch, I heard your mama in the back room. I heard you in your room. I heard your brother. All the way. I said, I can hear y'all while I'm asleep. Man, them people was talking to me. I fucked around with the sleep. While I'm asleep, her mother is still hooping and hollering and cussing. This girl done went back to sleep. She get up out her fucking sleep. She sit here and she asked me, where the fuck Ty at? After she done looked Ty in her face. Oh no. Hide the fucking knives. Please lock the door. That bitch is crazy. Y'all, the woman was talking so much shit at the same time. Y'all, the shit was so funny. I was in my sleep laughing because I could hear them. And that was, the woman said, she was like, man, this girl laughing. I'm talking about the day Miss Marcie went crazy. And I can hear her while I'm asleep, but no one knows I'm spiritually gifted, so they don't know why. It's just a lot of stuff. I used to do it as a kid. I used to sleep while I sleep. I do all type of shit. Man, that woman clowned that day. The next morning I got up. Oh shit, she up. Everybody looking at me. I get up, brush my teeth and stuff like that. Ty say, Bree, now what made you sit there? I said, Ty, I ain't gonna lie to you. What the fuck you gave me? She said, I gave you a small piece of a Xan. I said, bitch, I don't need that no more. I said, I don't need that no more. Cause that did it for me. Y'all, when hell no. She said, man, you ain't hear my mama. I said, I heard it. I said, I was asleep. I said, she said, hide the knives, hide the forks, lock the doors. That bitch is crazy. She looked, she's like, you heard it? And you went, I said, I heard it. I said, I can hear my sleep. She said, oh yeah, this bitch is crazy for real. This motherfucker hearing in her sleep. She getting up, sleep walking, sleep talking. Ty, please don't get a girl no more weed. Don't give her no Xan. Don't give her nothing. Let her be regular. That bitch is crazy. Y'all, the shit was so motherfucking funny that she kept talking. Man, the woman talked about the shit for at least 2 months. Every time she seen me, she had to bring that shit up. Somebody, please lock the door. Please, if y'all gonna smoke that weed, please don't let the girl hit that. Like, it was, y'all. The shit was so fucking funny. But long story short, that's how I met them. I met Ty through Jessica, which Jessica and Ty are god sisters. So that's how I met Ty. But Ty went to school with my brothers. So yeah. Basically, Miss Marcie wants people to realize when someone show you who they are, whether they're your friends, your family, you need to accept them for who they are and move on. If you gotta move the city, if you gotta move away from your city, your state, if you have to move away from your environment, please do, because your peace is what matters. Your mind is what matter. Your spirit, your soul, your emotion. You matter as a person, and you can't keep putting yourself on a back burner while you're hurting. Because eventually, Miss Marcie passed away when she was like in her 50s, and her mother was just there waiting for her to die, so she can just cash out. Allegedly, let's just say it like that. Even though, and for a lot of you, Miss Marcie, like. I met her around the time. She told us so much stuff about her growing up, about her mother, and about so much stuff that happened to her. She expressed so much, and they knew what was going on with me about my mother, how my mother didn't like me, and how I've been getting put out since I was in the 8th grade, and I used to have to walk the streets, and not walk the streets like stand on the corner and having sex, but I used to have to walk the streets and walk 2-3 hours from one side of the town to another just to make it to certain family member houses and stuff like that. And they knew my mom was abusive towards me because I had a different dad. They did not know it's because of my spiritual gifts. It's because they didn't know it's because my family was into spirituality, which they try to hide very well. Shout out to, thank you, Heather Henry, whoever that is. Wait, hold on. I think that's Heather Harry. Let me see right here. I can see because it popped up on my laptop. Okay, shout out to Heather Harry for being a new subscriber. I just seen you popped up on my live. Everyone, please share this video on your social media if you're not afraid of people knowing that you're into, spirituality. Nothing's wrong with spirituality. People say it's abomination because they don't want you to know their hidden secrets. They don't want you They don't want you to know the truth of how they feel. They don't know that they don't want you to know they probably spitting your food. They didn't sleep with your man. They did all the time. They don't want you to know that. For some of you guys, they literally went to high priestess. You came closer than anyone. With Miss Marcie, me and her, we connected. Like after that, after that moment, it took a little minute. I ain't lying at all, baby. It took a little minute, baby, cause she spazzed out. Then I heard everything she said and woke up. She was like, and I was able to tell her what she said. She was like, you heard it? Yeah. I said I was high. I wasn't that high to myself because something happened. And I ended up taking the chair outside and standing in the chair and said the wind was blowing. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was some crazy shit. But that was my first time getting high. Shit. When it came to Marcie got very close to me. I got very close to Miss Marcie McKinney. She was a great person inside and out. She gave love to everyone else but herself, and people didn't give her anything except stress, except burdens, except problems, except drugs. She wished that she would have had positive people to say, I love you, Marcie, and I cannot give you these drugs. I love you, Marcie, let's talk about it. I love you, Marcie, we go heal, we go grow. I love you, Marcie, let's do this. She wished she would have sat here and loved herself first and loved herself more to grow and to heal, for not only for her kids. And it's never too late. It's never too late. Because she's coming back. Oh, okay. I buried myself in work to forget about you. Miss Marcie, she buried herself in drugs to forget about the pain. I wish I could share my good news with you. For a lot of you guys, Miss Marcie's in the spiritual room right now. She's working. She's putting that work in. For a lot of you guys, she's doing that work so she can finish. She knows when she come back, she has a lot of stuff that she has to do, but she's going to reincarnate. She's going to find self-love and self-worth again. She's going to value herself, but she buried herself in work and problems. She buried herself. I'm not going to lie to you, for a lot of you guys, even though these calls come out like this, she buried herself with drugs, and she did a lot of drugs. She did a lot of mojo. She did a lot of pills. And she wished that the first time it was offered to her, or the first time she seen it, she wished that she would turn away. Please turn away from the drugs. These drugs are no jokes. These Molly Percocets are not no jokes. These Zen, these Roxys, these are not no jokes. The stuff that y'all see y'all aunties and cousins doing growing up is not no joke. A lot of people went through a lot of abuse emotional abuse, physical abuse, neglect, being raped, being molested, being touched as a child. Mama's not caring that their child being touched on to keep a man, or they making their kids sleep with people to bring them money back. Y'all, these people y'all just don't know the type of stuff that y'all family go through, that they keep a secret because they don't want you to know who your mother, grandmother, they don't want you to know who they really are and what they did in their past. But they shouldn't be embarrassed of their past, because their past is what made them who they are, if they are healed. A lot of these people are not healed. I was Miss Cecilia. Yeah, I heard it. They pretend to be healed. Miss Marcie loved from the bottom of her heart. She gave the clothes, the shoot, man. She was letting people were staying at her house and they were stealing from her. Man, I'm talking about her friends were sleeping with her daughters. Friends were sleeping with her kids. And these are people she thought she could trust. She felt like she failed her kids. She failed herself. And she just wants the next generation to know, please pray and talk to God. Please get into your Bible. Please, it's many resources out there. You ain't got nowhere to go. Find your homeless shelter. Those homeless shelters will help you find an apartment. They will help you get a job. They will help you put you on your feet. Some homeless shelters will help you get a car. Not even lying. For life, you guys, I understand you guys say that you want to be in church, but not all church. I'm not saying don't go to church. You can go to church, but read your Bible. The church will tell you half of a scripture, or they will tell you bits and pieces. Baby, read that Bible for yourself. For the ones who, I don't know how to pronounce certain words, baby, ain't nothing wrong with Google. Pronunciation. Ah, shit. Y'all, why can't I not get my words out? I always get my words out just fine. The moment I get on these videos, it's like I can't speak. And baby, I speak very fine. As soon as I get in front of these people with these suits and these officials, yeah, I speak very good. I know why this happens, but oh well, I'm still gonna put this video out. Google. You have to be teachable. You have to be learnable. You have to be willing to learn. Baby, till you're 56 and you're shitting on yourself, you're going to have to be teachable. That's the part of life. I don't care if you're worth $1,050,000. I don't care if you got your own small business and you got a mortgage. You always have to be teachable, baby. And that's the problem. Don't just get comfortable at a certain status. Don't have an ego. Miss Marcie don't want y'all to have an ego. Don't let your ego and pride grow from insecurities, from pain, from abuse, from neglect. Don't let the devil win. Because she feel like she let the devils win. But she didn't. Because what she didn't realize was God was going to have her story be told one way or another. Once a rape baby, now an angel. Miss Marcie lost herself only to find herself in her next lifetime. Remember that. She wished she would have chose a different way. She wished she would have had positive people. She wished she would have listened to her intuition and her gut. But instead she listened to man. She listened to the flesh. She listened to low vibrational people that was working for the devil, that needed to feed off her energy, her aura, her soul, her spirit. She wished she would never gave up, but what she realized is that was the part of that lifetime for her. It's been a long time coming. But her story will be told, and a change is going to come. Even though she didn't like my ass at first, I eventually ended up loving Miss Marcie. She's very sweet, very kind. She kept wanting me to put this story out for over a week now. And I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? How you want me to do it? And then I was trying to make sure I did it perfect. And I was like, eventually, just come on, let's just do it. Some of you guys are reciting something. You're reciting it. You feel that you're not perfect, but you're perfect in your own way. Like Miss Marcie, she was perfect in her own way, even though she got here for a certain point. She got here a certain way. God had a purpose for her. And everybody don't know, but everyone who did something to Miss Marcie, yeah, God is going to get you, or he's been getting you. God allow you to self-sabotage, even though he try to help you with different trials and tribulations. He try to guide you. He try to love you. He teaches you the right way. You can fail a test with the answer right in front of you. God give you the fucking blueprint. He give you the answers printed out on a paper. You'll still rather listen to your friend, your homie, somebody who's of the dark, someone who do sneaky stuff that you don't see. Someone is to your left. Someone to the left of you, they're sneaky. They're fake. If you're watching this video right now, you got somebody to the left of you, they fake. Deceptive. And for a lot of you guys, this is your left hand man, your right hand man, whoever, they're fake. Because they started pointing right here. Whoever, you got somebody right here, someone who's always to your left, someone who's hovering over you, they fake. But I just want to get this story out about Miss Marcie McKinney. She was an earth angel in disguise who did not know her own strength, her own power. She felt victim. She was a victim. Her heart turned cold. She wished she would have surrendered and surrendered to God the right way and followed Jesus, Lord Yahshua. She wants everyone to know you're never alone. You have people that's passed on, your ancestors, your bloodline that watches over you. Y'all be feeling these people tapping in your bed, walking through your house, flickering your light. You be hearing and seeing, you be seeing a ghost in the spirit, baby. They are with you at all times. They want you to know that you can call on them for help. They can talk to you. They can help you with your emotions, your mental state, your finances. They can do whatever you need. But they need you to do what's right and to follow God and do what God asks you to do. It's a partnership. It's a bond. It's connection. Don't get wrapped up in the wrong thing before you get wrapped up in the wrong things. Y'all know what that means. Bye, y'all.